Okay, here's our next question. So we need to work out the angle in this triangle question. So let's have a look. First thing that we do, we need to label the diagram. Opposite the angle that we have is called the opposite. Opposite the right angle that we have in the corner of the triangle is the hypotenuse, which is the longest side. And the leftover side, of the side that we labeled last, is called the adjacent. So now we need to work at the angle. Let's have a look. What is this question between? So we know the opposite and we know the hypotenuse. So it's between these two, O and H. O and H make the O sound, which comes from so. Now we have to let's draw our triangle, our formula triangle. Okay, formula triangle. Okay, so we have now the S goes down, the O goes up, and the H goes down. So you have S of the angle, O, and H. And between these two, there's times. So this little triangle is going to help us to answer this question. And so we can work out the angle. Now the angle's over here. Just see if I can go over in red without messing you up. Okay, there's the angle. That's what we want to work out, is the angle. So this question is all about working out the angle. So the question is O and H. Now, if I want to work at the angle, as I said in the previous video, we need to cover up the angle with our finger or our thumb. Okay, so we have now sine of the angle is equal to the opposite divided by the hypotenuse. So the opposite divided by the hypotenuse. Now, in reality, we don't actually want to work at the sine of the angle. All I want to work at is the angle. So we have to take the sine function, take it to the side and reverse it. Now the opposite of sine is called inverse sine, or sine to the minus 1, as you see on your calculators. Okay, so now we are ready to put in the values from the calculation. So the angle is equal to the sine of minus 1 of the opposite. The opposite value is here, which is 2. The hypotenuse value is here, which is 6. Okay, so for this part, we need to get our trusty calculator. And we type in sine. It gives us a free bracket. We press the fraction button. We type in the first number 2, second number is 6. Here we could cancel it down to 1/3. Okay, yes. Okay, we forgot the minus 1. Shift, sine minus 1. So sine minus 1 tells we're doing inverse sine. That's when you press first shift and then sine. So if you press sine, that'll give you something quite different. Okay, so we press shift, sine to the minus 1. Then we press the fraction button, and then it's going to be 2 over 6. Close the brackets, bring it back up again, replay, and we get that. Okay, and then we press equal. It'll give us something nice, and it's giving us an answer of. So we have 19.471, 19.471. So 19.471, blah, 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 blah. Now, if we round this off to one decimal place, let's get hold of our little black pen. Let's change it, so make sure we have the brush. So we stop down here. This is our decider. That's telling us because it's 5 or more, you add 1. So we get 19.5 degrees, and that will do us for now for that angle. Okay, so in these questions, we have a little bit of more working out to do. So let's have a go some questions now. Okay. Okay, so we have, because it's an angle, the angle is measured in degrees. So we have 19.5 degrees. Now, so we're going to give you now some questions to do. So let's have a look at the questions. One here, and one here. Okay, let's just pause this. Okay, so here are the 3 questions that we got for the any viewers to have a go at those questions.